In this video, I will be disassembling this PS5 DualSense controller and I will be replacing these stock sticks with some Hall effect sticks. I will be replacing both these sticks because both of these sticks are faulty with these two Hall effect sticks. These are Ginfull V5S sticks. These are just amazing. I have used these in a lot of controllers and these just work perfectly fine. Now the process of doing this is actually easy, but the process of getting these sticks installed is actually a little difficult. You can open the controller, it is not all that difficult, but desoldering these sticks and getting these installed requires some soldering skills. A lot of people have been doing these solder swaps by using a soldering iron, but I will not suggest anyone to do that because that is a very risky thing and you can end up damaging your controller's PCB. So first thing, you will need to remove this cover. I've already done that. Then we have two screws here, 1, 2, and there is one more screw that is just beneath L1 and R1, and in order to avoid any damage I have this little screwdriver which I'm using with some tape. Now I can just go ahead and remove these 4 screws. It seems like this controller was opened previously. And now we just need to get these 2 latches off before pulling the bottom cover. And there we go. The bottom part of the controller is off, and at this point you can have a look at this for any damages. As far as I'm concerned, it seems like it is in a perfectly good shape. Nothing has damaged, no clips or anything is having any damage, so this is perfectly fine. Now the first thing you should be doing after reaching this point is get the battery off. So the battery is off too, and here I can see this ribbon cable is not in very good shape. Yeah, it is just managing somehow to reach this point, but anyway, now I'll be just removing this battery compartment, and there is this little ribbon cable that I need to remove along with it. And we are going to keep these 2 things aside. From here we can begin disassembling, and I can already see the guy tried to get into these parts and he has not soldered these green wires back to the board, but in the end I am going to do that for him. Now let's just remove these. And now it's time to just desolder. So this green wire should have been here and this one should have been here, but as I said, this controller was already opened before. It is the reason why these are not here. Anyway, I am going to use a little bit of heat to just melt these and expose the wire itself on both of them, but I'm going to do that later, not now. And as far as the motherboard is concerned, this board is going to come out very easily once I desolder all three of these points. So a quick tip for anyone who is into disassembling these controllers and is doing for the first time: before desoldering these wires, just make sure to take a picture, because you might get confused later about which color of the wire goes where. I have done this multiple times, so I'm not bothering to take a picture. I'm going to make sure to keep this part of the controller aside. And I also made sure to, just swap these sticks from left to right and the right one to the left, because this one is generally in a better condition. So it is a good idea to, just swap the sticks. Now comes the part which is probably the most important thing in the entire video. So we need to get these sticks installed instead of these sticks. And in order to desolder these, you will need some hot air. A hot air station is a must in such a situation, and I would suggest everyone to use it if you are into doing stuff like this. Because if you are going to attempt this using just a soldering iron, you can still do it, but you are risking your board, and I don't think it is the way to go. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to tin all of these points using some lead-free solder, and then I'm going to use some hot air and I am going to desolder these sticks. But before that, I'm also going to make sure to just cover these points, cover these sockets, these plastic sockets, with some tape that is going to be a heat resistant tape, so that these don't melt when I'm going to put hot air over these joints. So once I'm done desoldering these sticks and once I'm done installing these Hall effect sticks, I'm going to get back and then I'm going to show you what exactly goes after that. Finally, I ended up replacing these sticks. So these are the stock potentiometers that I removed, and here we have new Hall effect sticks installed onto this PS5 controller. And in case you're wondering what is this is just some tape that I used to save these connectors. These are plastic connectors. So there we go. This PS5 controller PCB is now perfectly alright, and I will be installing it in the controller back again.